Welcome to the MMA Club. Today we're going to be discussing one of the hottest topics in the industry. Charles Oliveira's coach discusses his thoughts about everything he knows about the fight against Islam Makhachev. Then Islam comes back with his response. Charles Oliveira's head coach believes Islam Makhachev still needs a top 5 fight before fighting for the title. The hunt for Oliveira's next opportunity is underway. However, we are hearing rumors of Oliveira vs Makhachev going down on Fight Island in Abu Dhabi this October. While most people believe Makhachev is the next for the Brazilian Diego Lima, head coach of the Choop Box, and Oliveira's head coach thinks Makhachev needs a top 5 fight to really earn a shot. We know there aren't many options for Charles. From that list of challengers, he has faced them all. There's no one left, you know. He's faced Tony Ferguson, Michael Chandler, Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, so there is no one else, and it's too early for a rematch with any one of them. Lima told AG Fight in a recent interview, so we know who there is. There is Conor McGregor, Beneil Dariush, and Makhachev. Dariush comes with many wins in a row. Makhachev comes with many wins in a row. McGregor comes from losses. Okay. But then you put it on a scale, I'm not betting Makhachev. Makhachev is a monster. He's a hell of a fighter. In striking on the ground, I know that. But which top 5 fighter did he beat? See what Charles had to go through to get to the belt. What everyone had to do to get to the belt. Ferguson, even after 12 wins, couldn't get to the belt. So why should Makhachev achieve this? Lima recommended Makhachev fight a top contender like his student had to. Why don't they throw him in the funnel of challengers? Why don't they give him Chandler? Since the UFC likes Chandler so much that they give him a title shot after one fight, Lima said. Why don't they give Gaethje to him? Why don't they give him to a top 5 opponent? Didn't Charles need to go through Ferguson in an impressive way to get accredited? Why don't they do the same with Makhachev? Lima makes a fair point comparing the paths between Oliveira and Makhachev. However, in the sport of MMA, fair isn't always right. We've seen the UFC give fighters title shots that make no sense or just because it's the best for business. In the same interview, Lima says there are currently no talks between Oliveira and the UFC for when he is set to return. Islam Makhachev is willing to fight Charles Oliveira in Brazil for the vacant UFC lightweight belt. Location has been a potential sticking point for a title fight between the two top fighters, with Makhachev's mentor, Khabib Nurmagomedov, calling in for the fight in Abu Dhabi. Oliveira's coach, Diego Lima, countered, demanding the bout take place in Brazil. In a new Instagram post, Makhachev made it clear that he was willing to go to Oliveira's home turf in his quest for gold. Makhachev wrote, Oliveira's coach asking me to fight for a title in Brazil, pass him this message. On this horse, I'll walk into his country, grab my belt and bring it to the mountains of Dagestan, where it belongs. The big question is whether the UFC will go ahead and book Makhachev vs Oliveira next. UFC President Dana White has repeatedly said he wants to book Makhachev against Beneil Dariush, but Dariush is still recovering from a broken fibula. That's led to people like Daniel Cormier and Joe Rogan arguing that the UFC should simply go ahead and put Islam Makhachev across from Charles Oliveira. From a winning streak perspective, it's clearly the fight that makes sense. Oliveira's on an 11-fight win streak. Makhachev is on a 10-fight win streak. No one else in the division comes close to these runs. However, critics of Makhachev point out that he hasn't beaten any of the top 10 opponents in the UFC's lightweight rankings. That's likely why Dana White is so insistent on Makhachev facing Dariush before granting him a title shot. Islam Makhachev wants to beat Charles Oliveira on the ground when they fight. In a recent interview with ESPN, Islam Makhachev was asked about how Charles Oliveira would fare against his friend and teammate Khabib Nurmagomedov. Not well, according to Makhachev. He added that it was an irrelevant question, saying, "We don't have to say Khabib is going to beat Charles. I'm going to beat Charles, and everybody is going to understand. Honestly, I believe I can finish this guy, and I really want to finish him in the grappling in his area. I know I can do this." Makhachev brings a dominant ground game to the cage that is similar to Khabib Nurmagomedov. If the fight turns to grappling, it will likely be Makhachev's controlling ground and pound against Oliveira's crafty submission game. Thank you for coming to hang out at the MMA Club today. We appreciate you sticking through the whole video. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. We also have much more MMA content for your viewing pleasure. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next episode.